Hey everyone, I'm Abdul Aziz Ahwan from Indonesia and welcome back to my channel. First of all, I want to say thank you very much to all of you who have support this channel. So today or in this time, we will celebrate the first 10,000 subscriber. It's so amazing, right? So in this time, we will learn how to create onboarding screen in Android Studio. But before we are going to the tutorial, I'm so grateful if you want to click the subscribe button to make this channel growing up. Okay, thank you so much and let's get started with my video. Okay, first of all, I want to say sorry for my English is not good. So if the word I use are incorrect, please help me to point out. Okay, so in this series, we are going to learn how to create something like onboarding screen in Android Studio. So in this series, I am collaborating with my friends. He is UI designer. His name is Bagas. So you can check his dribble profile link in the description below. So this is his dribble profile, and we will learn how to convert this design into Android Studio. And this is the design in Adobe XD. Okay, so first we need to export like illustration and then fonts, colors and more. So our planning, we will create onboarding screen with three screen: first screen, second screen and third screen. So this kind of like maybe like we call it as Meet the Mentor. So it's kind of like application that find mentor around the world. Okay, we need to export this. Just select and then export, select it and then select PNG and others. And the next step is we need to create a new Android Studio project. Just open Android Studio and then select start a new Android Studio project and select empty activity, and for the name, meet the mentor app, right? And for the minimum API level, API 21 Android 5.0, and just select finish. Okay, and just wait until the Gradle process is done. So our project has been created, and for the very first we can see we have main activity.java and then activity underscore main.xml. So the next step is we need to modify build Gradle. So we need to implement Android support version 4. So implementation, and then Android support design, right? And just syncing now. Okay, finish. And for the next step is we need to create a activity and then select empty activity and just give name intro activity and just select finish and then right click, select new Java class and screen item, just select OK, and then one more new Java class and then intro view adapter, right? And just select OK. So now we have 4 Java class and then 2 layout, and we need to create another layout. Just right click on the layout directory and then select new and then select layout resource file, and for the name screen underscore layout, right? And just select OK. And now we have 3 layout file, and then we need to copy our illustration. We have export to our drawable. Just copy and then right click on the drawable directory and then select paste, right? Select drawable and OK, and just select OK. And now we have export img1 2 3 and logo. So the next step is we need to define like colors. So we need to change our color to white, white, and white, and then we need to create another color. So we name it gradient star color, and for the value we make it like blue, and for the gradient and color we set it to another blue, and we need to create more color, tab indicator, and for the value so we can check the color from this. Just select this and then select this and we can see color we want. This we can see 707070, and another intro title color Oh, 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 right? So the next step is we need to define, create new value. Right click on the values directory and then select new, and then new resource file, and give name it diamonds.xml, and just select OK. And we will create a margin, so change this to vertical, and then change this to 16, and this to 16, and this to 32, and then 64, 64, 32, and change this to vertical, and this to vertical, and change this to 16, 16, and this to 32, 32, 64, and last 64, right? And for the next step is we need to create a new drawable resource file, and we call it indicator underscore selector dot xml, right? And just press enter, and we need to create item, and we need to create more drawable resource file, indicator selected dot xml, and just press OK. And this drawable indicator selected, and then Android state selected, selected true, and then Android drawable, we need to create another one new drawable resource, indicator default dot xml, right? And for this indicator default, and close, right? And for the next step, we need to define indicator selected. So we need to create layer list, and then we need to create item, and then we need to create shape, and under it inner radius 0 dp, and shape ring, and then thickness 6 dp, and then use level false and close, and then solid under it color, set it to black, and we can see the preview look like this. We need to close, right, and then for the next step is we need to define indicator default, look like this. So we need to indicator selected, copy, and indicator default, paste here, and we need to change this to 3 dp, and then this is to 2 dp, and then this fall, and for the color tab indicator gray, look like this, we can see. And then we need to create button new drawable resource, and we need to create btn gradient style and .xml, and then we need to create shape, and then we need to create corner and set corner radius 6 dp, and then for the gradient and color, set it to color and color, and then start color and close, look like this, right? Okay, and for the next step is we need to work on UI. So we need to select layout. We need to change this to layout screen, right click, and then refactor, rename layout underscore screen, and just do refactor, and then select layout screen, and we need to change this to constraint layout, right? And then we set the background to white, and then we add image view layout. For the width, set it to maybe for about 170 through dp, and for the height, and then background logo, and then we need to create another image view below the logo. For the height, we set it to wrap, and then for the height, set it to 230 dp, and for the background, set it to emg1. I'm sorry. For the tools, src compat, add drawable. I'm sorry. Drawable mg1, and then we need to give id, maybe intro emg, and then we need to give margin start ATP, and then margin n ATP2, and then margin left and right, margin left ATP, and then margin right ATP, and then margin bottom 32 dp, and we need to give id, maybe intro emg, I'm sorry, no, we don't need id here, and right, and then parent, and then start set it to parent 2, right, and then for the margin bottom we set it to 5 tdp, and then Need to add a text view. For the width, set it to 0 dp, and then for the height, wrap content, and we need to give ID, intro description, sorry, and then we need to another text view, wrap content, and for the ID, intro title, and then margin image view. For the image view, we need to intro title, right? And then for the intro title, where are you here? So we need to under text, maybe text view, and then for the text color, set it to intro title color, and for the text size, 20 sp, right? And then for the Android intro description, we need to text view too, and then for the text color, set it to right, and then text size 16 maybe 14 sp, sorry. Then for the letter spacing 0.1, and for the another letter spacing 0.15, right? And don't forget to give margin start, and then margin and margin top, and then margin n, and then margin bottom, and then text alignment center, and this to center, right? And then we need to bottom to bottom, bottom to bottom of parent, and then n to n of parent 2, and then start to start of parent, and then top of bottom, intro title, right? And bottom to top of ID. So need to create a get line, layout with wrap content, and wrap content, and then orientation horizontal, and then percent 0.74, and then for the ID get line, and then for this get line, right? And then n to n of parent, and then start to start of parent, and then top of top of parent, get line, I mean, right? Look like this. So we need to give margin here. I'm sorry. Need to give margin here. Margin start 16 dp, and then margin top, uh, and then margin end 16 dp, and then margin bottom 'em. Okay, and we need to import we need to set a font, more font, and we need to sans black at front to project. And now we have a font directory here, and we can set font family look like this, and another one set it to font family, more font, no need to, and set it to semi bold, right? So for the image view, we need to modify, and then end to end parent, and then start to start of parent 2, right? Look like this. So we can change to pixel, maybe pixel 3, awesome. Okay, now our layout screen would look like this, and then the next step is we moving on to activity underscore intro. So we need to create button, and then for the width, and then sorry, need to close, and for the height wrap content, and for the id we set it to maybe btn, btn get started, right? And for the margin start vertical, and then for the margin left, margin left, And then for the margin right, margin N. For the margin right, set it to 80p. Then margin bottom, set it to 64 vertical. And then for the background, PTN gradient style. Then for the font family, set it to extra, need to no need to black maybe. And for the text, get started, right? Then for the text color, set it to white. And for the visibility, set it to invisible so we can see anything. And for the constraint, bottom to bottom of parent, and then end to end of parent, and then start to start of parent, so it will be on the center, right? And then need to create another button, wrap content and wrap content. And for the ID, we give name, I'm sorry, IT BDN skip. And for the margin top, vertical margin, and margin N. And for the background, we want to give a background, so we make it null. And then for the font family, we set it to black. And for the text, layout. And then text color, same with title. And then end to end of parent, and top to top of parent. And another, and then we view pager. Screen view pager, and then margin bottom, and then margin bottom, and then bottom to bottom, sorry, bottom to top of we need to create a indicator tab layout. And now we give ID tab indicator wrap content, and then for the height wrap content, and then margin bottom uh, and then bottom to bottom of parent, and then end to end of parent, and then start to start of parent, for the tab background indicator selected, padding start set it to 0. And then for the view pager to top of tab indicator, and then for the view end to end of parent, and then horizontal bias 0.0, and then top to top of parent, vertical bias 0.0, right look like this. So now we moving on screen item.java. and we define a variable string title and description, and then screen img as integers. And now we generate a getter and setter. Okay, and for the next step is we need to create animation directory. And then right click on the animation directory and new animation resource file, and we name it button animation.xml, and then boom. Okay, and then for the next step is we need to open intro view adapter. Okay, and but before we are going to implement adapter inside intro view adapter, we need to refactor and change to intro view pager adapter, right? And okay, right? And then okay, and this implement to change image and title and description, right? And then okay, look like this. This is intro view pager adapter. And for the next step is we need to go to intro activity, and then we need to define a variable, right? We have a define variable tab layout button, an animation. And then we need to make our screen to be full screen. So we need to request window feature, and then window dot feature no title, and then get window set flags and window manager dot layout param dot flag full screen. And then we need to check and then we need to define a button skip, and then button get started, tap indicator, and then animation, and then we need to fill the description. Final. And need to copy from Adobe XD like this. Okay, screen image, EMG1, and just we need to copy this, and it would be look like this. Okay, and then we need to set up view pager, screen pager, find view by ID, or screen view pager, and then intro view pager. Need to instantiate, Okay, and then we need to implement skip button. btn skip dot set on click listener. Sorry, btn skip dot set on click listener, new view dot, and then screen pager dot set current item mlist dot size. And tab indicator, add on tab selected listener, new tab layout based on tab selected listener, and then inside public void on tab selected, if tab dot on uh, tab get position mlist dot size -1, load last screen. And then get started button, btn get started, and set on click listener, new view dot on click listener, and then intent main activity, new intent get application context, main activity dot class, and then start activity, main activity, and then finish. And then private boolean restore private data, share preference, and equal get application context, get share preference, maybe my profile, my brief, And then for the last, need to create method load last screen. btn skip dot set visibility view dot invisible, and then btn get started set visibility view visible btn in btn I'm sorry, tab indicator set visibility view dot invisible, and for the last btn get started set animation btn anim. Right, and we can try to run our emulator. And try to run. Okay, I think we need to open Android manifest and we need to change interactivity to be launcher, and just run again. Okay, it awesome. We need to remove this action bar. No action bar. But we can see there is a problem on tab indicator. Okay, so as we can see, our application has been running on our emulator, and but we can see uh, there is a problem on tab indicator, no indicator. So we can check again on the activity intro.xml, and we can check on the tab layout. There is a problem. Tab background, we can change to indicator selector. Okay, look like this, and we can try. Boom, awesome. Oh, maybe we can decrease get line. We can check. Maybe try again. Okay, awesome. and we can change activity main, maybe here, change text to welcome. Look like this, and try again. Okay, we can swipe right, swipe left, and we can select Lewati, and we can press get started button, and we can see welcome to our application, right? Okay, so I think enough for this section. Maybe in the next video we will try to design like login screen and others. If you have any questions or comment, please write on the comment field. Thank you so much, and see you again on the next video.